Okay, so you can just put it on slideshow and start your presentation, Patrick.
All right, I'm doing that. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Awoyemi Patrick Benga. My topic for today is handling data in Angular. So, first, we need to understand what we need to treat in this presentation. First, we need to talk about Angular app development blocks and how we set up, how we can set up Angular local environment and workspace, and how we can just create we can create a small project for better clarity in this presentation. So first, we need to talk about components, modules, services and dependency injection. So first, we need to understand what is component. Component means the data, HTML markup, and the portion of the screen that the client sees. So I hope you can hear me. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. So I'm saying, components are the building blocks that compose an application. A component includes a TypeScript class with a component decorator, which we see here, and also include it also includes selector, template URL, style URL, which we'll talk about. We'll go deep in details in the next in a couple of minutes. And we also talk about another concept is something called modules. Like a module serves as a holding place for several connected components. It's include this class ng module, the decorator, sorry, ng module. The decorator is a function that takes a single metadata object whose property describes the module. The most important property are as follows: declaration, then exports, imports, providers, bootstraps. In all the basic things we need inside the module is declaration, exports, and probably providers in case we need to inject use services. So we are going to talk about services and dependency injection. Services should delegate the specific of data retrieval, such as what should occur when a button is clicked or when something happens, something that is not part of the presentation logic. So a component should use services for tasks that don't involve the view or application logic. Services are good for tasks such as fetching data from the server, validating user input, or logging directly to the console. By defining such present tasks in an injectable services class, you make those tasks available to any component. You can also make your application more adaptive by injecting different provider of the same kind of service as appropriate in different circumstances. What this means is to make it short is that anything that is not presented not view that is not part of the present logic shouldn't be in the component. It should have something different from it should have a kind of files called surface, which include where we can use where we can add something called dependency injection. Sorry. So like we can see here, So after we done that, then after we know what we need to set up the Angular development block, what we need now is to create a folder, name it, and open it on our terminal. First, we need to run the CLI command on our terminal. For example, ng new mykd, then the Angular CLI automatically install all necessary packages and other dependencies. So after we run, then we change the directory to mykd, which is cd mykd. Then we serve the application by running ng -- open. Then we should be able to see something like this. So in order to, we will just talk briefly about how to modify this thing. First, we need to create another component called KD component by just go to the source folder, then open the source folder, create this kd.component.ts. Then with this structure, we import it from the Angular core. Then structure, specifically what I do here is to make a button specifically for this. This function of this component is to create a button. So then we also delete most of the files that come with the default files from the one the Angular installed on our machine. So then we'll edit it, also import it, and then this is just like a kind of to create a title for our application, which is store of heroes. Then this is like a kind of HTML where this uproot selector, where the uproot come from. This is like a kind of HTML, is standalone HTML file, but it's the one that is controlling all our application, but it is not, that's not where we present all our templates. Now here is a heroes component that I created. We also created this file in order to create a hero, to create let's say for example, now we wanted to have like a kind of build a website for KD section. Then possibly we have presenters names, dates and time and all that. So we can use this to I use this one to create a function that we call whenever we click a button. It's going to call it's going to rearrange or make us edit the hero's name and all that. So this like a mux hero is another files that where I created to use to create all that will store all our heroes name. So here is the template where we present all our application that will be visible to everyone on the site. Then above all, this is where the modules comes in, because without this module, all our works is not going to be, there's going to be an error. It's not going to be visible. First, we need to declare, we need to register a form of register all our application, app components, hero component, and KD components in declaration. Then in a situation where we need services, services is going to come here under providers. So if we do everything right, at the end of the day, we should be able to see our heroes list here. So thank you. I don't know if there's any question.
Thank you, Patrick. Please, if you have any questions for Patrick, you can ask.
Any question?
I don't think anyone has any question for you. But if you have any question, you can direct it to anyone to answer.
Okay. So where am I going to ask? Actually, anyone can answer this question. Like, my question is, what is the importance of the importance of surface in the Angular development block? Nobody wants to answer. Hello, can anybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Since
Right.
nobody knows the answer to the question, you can just.
So
what
what? Okay.
Can I answer?
Yes.
Okay, so the major objective is to organize and share models or data or functions with different components of an Angular application.
Thank you very much. Very much. You are very correct. The important is to share. Possibly now, the major important is to call an HTTP data from other services. You are very, very correct. Okay.